everybody, cause it's Corona times. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Books Pe Charcha. On this week's episode, we are celebrating Pride. June is celebrated as a Pride Month to pay homage to the 1969 Stonewall riots that took place in the USA. June 2020 also marks the 50th anniversary of the annual Pride traditions that we see around the world. But amidst the pandemic, there are no colorful Pride parades nor the general celebrations we generally see. This month is not only to celebrate Pride, but also to open a discourse on what issues the queer community still faces, raise awareness, improve our own attitudes, and encourage inclusiveness. We have come a long way, but discrimination and prejudices still exist in many societies, and lawful persecution against queer communities still exists in many countries. Books and movies are great mediums to learn about society and injustices perpetrated against different people. Here, just for that, I have a very bubbly bookstagrammer with me today. Hi Sai, and welcome to Books Pe Charcha. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so glad you could take out some time and be on this show for our very special Pride segment. How are you doing, Sai?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I mean, as you already know, I'm supposed to be working right now, but I'm not. So that's
Pride segment. So I just wanted to ask, what are some of your underrated book recommendations? Like 2 or 3 of your, which are criminally underrated, because I know Song of Achilles is like super famous, and all these other books are also going around on Bookstagram. They're like super famous and like everyone is reading them. But some of your like underrated ones that no one is picking basically.
well, I have them right here, ready. First one is Funny Boy by Shyam Saradarai. I already spoke about these in my, daily recommendation Pride thing. But seriously though, this one is about a Sri Lankan queer guy, and like barely anyone knows about it. I don't understand. So yeah, so the other one is I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Now, technically, we all know Alice Oseman. So, like, we all know Alice Oseman, and we're like, oh my god, she writes cute books, and we know Radio Silence and Heartstopper. But then people don't know this book, and I hate that, because this is so precious, it's so good. It's got like mental health rep, it's cute, but it's also intense. It's just amazing. I just love this book a lot, so read it.
I like Radio Silence really. Like it was something different I felt, but it was like so current with the times, but also had a great queer rep, and also like I don't want to obviously give away the story, but like it was pretty amazing. I didn't like Heartstopper that much though.
I didn't like Radio Silence that much. I did not understand it. Like I didn't get the hype. Like why? I don't know. It was alright, I guess, but like I don't know. I didn't like it much. So so I still have, I don't know which one to recommend. I feel like I should recommend 3 books instead of just 2. So I don't know. I'll recommend both of them. So If We Were Villains by Emil Rio and Running with Lions by Julian Winters. Now this one is queer. All of them are queer. That's all I ever read mostly, so no surprise there. So Running with Lions is just this cute little summer book, a summer read where everyone's in camp and like boys are being soft with each other and everything. It's just a nice slice of life sort of book. And If You Were Villains is about murder and Shakespeare and gays. So yeah, so great book, 10 out of 10. Like everyone, if you're watching this, read this book right now and like tell me about it. Okay, that's it. So yeah.
That is on my TBR. So like I read The Secret History because of you only, like how much you recommended on Bookstagram, and like If We Were Villains is on my list. Yeah.
So the thing about Secret History and If We Were Villains and everything is that it is sort of a why done it instead of a who done it. Like why did someone, like you said you've read The Secret History, right? So we already know what happens in the first paragraph of the book. Like what's gonna happen, someone's going to die, and we already know they're dead. But then we find out why they did it, and it's just amazing. It was something new. It like I don't know, pretentious. Loved it so much.
Okay, so moving on, I just wanted to ask some of your favorite, like I've seen you recommending some great movies and TV shows on like Bookstagram. So some of your favorite, more like queer representative, great movies and sitcoms basically, which you will recommend everyone to watch.
Okay. So I don't know where to start, but let's start somewhere. Since we're talking about Dark Academia, let's start with the obvious one. A Dark Academia TV show, How to Get Away with Murder, which is about
Oh yeah.
exactly,
Oh my God.
right?
It's amazing,
Like it's
yeah.
just law students being morally grey and just murdering people. Like who doesn't love that? That sounds great. Also, the cast is hot, so yeah. And obviously this along the same lines, Elite, on Netflix. That's also like a very similar Dark Academia show.
Oh yeah, the Spanish show.
Yes, it's kind of the same thing, except more petty drama, and like I'm a petty person. I love petty drama, so like that was just perfect for me. And another one, a very different one, is Post. It's set in the 80s, and it's about the ballroom scene, which is where the POC queer people at that time, mainly trans folks, black trans people, and Latinx trans people, went and like formed houses and did all these ballroom category. It's called ballroom, and it's a thing. It's a thing, okay? It's just a thing, and people just did that because they belong to the queer community, and it's got a lot of queer history in it, and the show is just amazing. It's got a mainly trans cast and everything. It's just so beautiful, so people should watch that. It's so underrated. Like, I don't think sadly anyone in India knows it, so yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my list definitely because that is really good. I just watched Sense8 that like I remember right now, which had like a oh my god, I see your reaction.
I love Sense8. Like, I'm still mad at Netflix for cancelling Sense8. Like, Netflix just cancels all the good shows. I swear to God, I just hate Netflix so much. But they also bring some good shows, so I have to like compensate on the hatred. But yeah, Sense8.
Yeah, One At a Time also like Netflix cancelled. I was like so mad. Like yeah, that is a criminal act to do because One Day at a Time is like amazing. So like why did I have to cancel? I don't know. What about some of your favorite movies then? I remember you suggesting some I don't know what two guys on the cover. Like oh my god, I can't remember the movie name.
The thing about Harry. It's such a cliche movie. Like, it's so cliche, but it's cliche with gays. So it's amazing. Okay, like it's got an overdone storyline, but it's just somehow so beautiful and so cute. It just makes you smile. It's just amazing. Just so good.
About the cliche part, that thing is, I feel there are so many straight, like in movies, they are mostly heterosexual couples, so like that's a cliche as well. So if they're doing it in a queer representative movie, I feel that's all right, and I like seeing that also because it should be normal, but like they don't show it generally. I feel generally heterosexual couples basically.
It's like I mean, yeah, no mind, yeah. So yes, it's like we've already overdone the tropes, all sort of tropes for straight folks, and now we get that for queer folks. And some people are always saying, oh, we've seen this trope already, but like yes, we have seen this trope, but with straight folks. So now we're getting it. So let us just enjoy the cringe and everything for us that is meant for us, like yeah. So yeah, give us more cringe but gay content.
So, Sai, moving on, we have our next segment for like a game, which we did in our first episode as well. So that was Guess the Gibberish, but this time it's like we're switching it up a bit and we are doing Never Ever Ever. So in Never Ever Ever, basically I'll say a question, and if you have done that thing, drink. So like yeah, I'll be joining you with my coffee, you with water. Yeah. So the first question is, never have I ever intentionally spoiled myself.
I have a lot of time. It's just so easy. Okay, wait, let me do. Oh god, I have to drink first. It's just so easy, okay? Like the chapter ends are like right next to you sometimes, and you're just reading this, and sometimes you just want to know what's up there. Like you just want to know how it's going to end. So yeah, so that happens a lot. So sometimes it's not even like just next pages. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, where does this end? Like how far does this go? So yeah, it happens. It happens. We've all got flaws.
Next question is, never have I ever read an erotica.
I have. Oh my god. Because I'm a thirsty bitch, okay? I'm a thirsty bitch and I love to read erotica. Like, I came across this one particular series called 50 Shades of Alice in Wonderland, and yeah, that shit rocks, okay? That book, that series is so good. Like, have you read Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, I have. Like, it's overhyped. I have no clue why, but like it's overhyped.
It's the point of it is just absurd, right? Like the writing is absurd. Like what is happening? Yeah, this erotica has the same writing style, but with a lot of erotic elements. It's just so good. It fits in with the theme. Like it feels very natural. So I just love it. So I have, yes. The answer is I have read a lot of erotica. I read a lot of short stories and stuff online. So yes, I have.
So the next question is, never have I ever started writing a novel or a book, short story, something.
I mean, listen. The problem, I'm just embarrassed to admit it sometimes because it was just so cringy, like the stuff I wrote. It's like literally it was rip-off of the Power Rangers, and I don't know, they were all just rip-offs. I had zero original idea. So that's kind of why I like kind of dropped my dreams to become a writer, because like I can never think of something original. That's maybe in my dreams, which I immediately forget anyway. So what's the point? So yeah.
I started writing it with a friend of mine. Like we sketched out the whole outline and everything. We even wrote like the first chapter or something. I don't know. Like we had this whole image like how the characters will be, but then like it just didn't like turn out to be anything.
I mean, you could always like get it back up someday and like go through it. Maybe you'll get a new idea, or like you can continue the idea.
Okay, so the next question is, never have I ever regretted lending a book to someone.
Listen, I'm a nice person. I'm known to be a nice person among my friends, okay? And I usually lend books to people, like, because they're all readers too, so they would know how much books mean to us. So I know they'll eventually return it, but some people did not. And some people damaged my books with sambar stains, so yeah, I'm not like Secret History. The book I was saying I loved. I have a limited edition of it, the book. It is like pure white and everything, and someone poured sambar stains on that. So I've stopped lending books.
Thank you so much for coming here, Sai. I'm really glad you could take out some time. It was super amazing to have you here, and also like all your recs were amazing. And I'm gonna check them out because I really like your recs, especially the movies and sitcoms. I'm checking them out for sure. And books, I've already put If We Were Villains, and I was born for this already because of your recommendations. So like, yeah.
Yes, so I'm so glad you invited me to this thing also. Like I'm feeling very energetic during Pride, right? So I'm like, I want to be part of things. So I'm so glad you made me part of this your Books Pe Charcha thing. So yay, thank you.
Thank you so much everybody for joining us. I hope you had a lot of fun because we definitely did, and I hope you join us for the next episode as well. Until then, do take care of yourself and read some great books. Bye.
Ready?
I really hope not. Should I check?
Yes. Should I stop the recording now? Yeah.